strikes him. The hunter takes aim at the distant herd. A precise shot finds its mark, and the lead boar collapses mid-run.
In the middle of the vast old forest, where the sunlight only penetrates through the thin, trembling streaks of leaves, I follow the soft dirt path still marked with the footprints of animals from last night. Not to hunt but to understand that every sound in the forest has its own soul. The sound of the wind sweeping through the trunks of ancient trees is like a reminder of time. The chirping of birds in the high canopy is like a wake-up bell. And the sound of my soft footsteps interspersed in that symphony makes me feel like I am just a small traveler learning to respect this wilderness. Every time I see the silhouette of a deer looming behind the trees, its eyes clear and alert, as if looking into the heart of a person, makes me realize that true strength does not lie in taking down an innocent creature but in knowing how to stop, knowing how to step back, so that the forest can still keep its full breath. And so I kept going, quietly, feeling the smell of damp soil. The sound of water trickling in the small stream in the distance. To understand that this journey was not a hunt but a return. A return to myself in the pristine space that had never been conquered. Where each heartbeat blended with the vast beat of the forest. Carrying the reminder that nature was not born to be conquered but to be preserved with all humility and gratitude. I remember the stories the old people in the village used to tell about the time when the forest was still dense with large animals. The calls of deer herds echoed across the hillsides. Elephant footprints were deeply imprinted on the red soil. And in the evenings when fires were blazing, people spoke of the forest with more respect than boasting about their exploits. But gradually, shiny guns appeared. Trips were no longer carried with curiosity but with greed. Iron traps were hidden under leaves. Cables were pulled across the trails. Explosions echoed up tearing the early morning. Birds suddenly fell silent. Animals fled in all directions. And the forest began to panic. Began to get sick. Began to lose its normally calm rhythms. I once saw with my own eyes a mother monkey being shot. Her arms still trying to hold her baby tightly to her chest. Her eyes panicked and helpless. At that moment I stood still. All justifications like hunting for survival suddenly became empty. Because this was no longer survival but the insatiable demand of humans. Wanting to occupy everything. Take everything. Leaving no breathing space for other creatures. Then when I walked deeper into the forest, among the ancient trees that had been cut down, I imagined that one day, the sounds of wild animals would only be memories on the pages of books. The children born later would only know tigers and elephants through the screen. And the forest in real life would be as silent as an abandoned house after a storm of greed. Thinking of that, my steps suddenly became heavy. I did not dare to step hard on the ground for fear of causing more pain to a forest that already had too many wounds. And I understood that if we continued to hunt big animals, set more traps, and bring more bullets here, we would not only kill animals but also kill memories. Kill the last shelter of the gentleness left in our hearts.
As the sun breaks the horizon, the wolves are already on the move.